Hey, welcome to another episode of Coffee with Andrius. From the last time, we know that protein is important in our diet, but how much do we need and how often do we need it? The easiest way to talk about protein doses is in grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. So in this video, I'll be talking in those terms. So if I say 2 grams per kilo, I mean 2 grams of dietary protein per kilogram of body weight per day. The World Health Organization recommends a daily intake of 0.8 to 1 grams of protein per day. For a 70 kilogram person, that implies around 50 to 70 grams of protein per day. This recommendation is based on studies that determined minimal dietary protein needs, which is not necessarily the optimal amount to promote health and favorable adaptations, such as building muscle. Research has shown that both non-athletes and athletes should consume at least twice that amount in a range of 1.6 to 2.2 grams of protein per kilo. For the same 70 kilogram person, that implies to 112 to 154 grams of protein per day. To calculate your own dietary protein requirements based on your physical activity level, age, and weight, check out our protein calculator too. Alright, so once we have worked out our daily protein needs, how do we distribute protein intake across the day? In an ideal world, we should distribute our protein intake evenly across the day every 3 to 4 hours. What normally happens for most people that we consume most of our protein in one meal, our dinners. And I think this is a lost opportunity. If we consume protein more regularly during the day, it helps with satiety, which is controlling our hunger. And perhaps most importantly, it kickstarts the process called muscle protein synthesis. Muscle protein synthesis is how amino acids, which are building blocks of protein, are integrated into skeletal muscle tissue. The thing is, for our bodies to kickstart this process, we need enough protein. As little as 10 grams of protein can stimulate muscle protein synthesis, but the optimal amount is roughly 20 to 40 grams of protein in a single meal or snack. The exact dose can vary based on your age and physical training, but consuming over 40 grams of protein in a single meal may not necessarily improve muscle protein synthesis. Instead, amino acids will be burned for energy instead of muscle growth and repair. Now we know that we need to split our protein consumption across the day, and 20 to 40 gram protein doses are ideal. How do we translate this information to improve our daily habits? The best way to understand your current diet and protein consumption is to track it, for example, using an app like Easy Diet Diary. You can enter all your meals and snacks over and see how many calories you are consuming and how many grams of protein you get each day. You can also identify which meals have sufficient protein and which meals you could improve. For example, if you find that most of your protein intake is at dinner time, you can try making some changes, such as eating a high-protein breakfast. Try to consume more than 20 grams of protein for breakfast. This may be a smoothie with protein powder, or eggs with a cottage cheese, or porridge with protein powder mixed in. Swap out your snacks for a high-protein alternative, especially if you're reaching for chips and biscuits as your snacks. If you're physically active, plan your pre- and post-workout meals and snacks, ensuring that you're getting 20 grams of protein around your training sessions. If you like dessert after dinner, is there a way you can add protein and reduce sugar content? It can be surprising to discover how much protein do you need. But with a bit of planning and data, you can make positive changes to your diet that will help you to recover faster after training sessions, will enable you to control better your hunger levels, and result in better health and well-being. Thanks for listening. Coffee is finished, and see you next time.